friends, welcome to my channel, or welcome back, where we talk all things health and wellness. Today I am excited to share with you part 2 of my most recent birth story. This is my little guy. He is 9 weeks already. I can't believe it. And so I just wanted to just pick up and share with you part 2. If you haven't watched part 1, I encourage you to watch that first before watching this one so that it'll make more sense. But I was kind of sharing with you that my contractions were really picking up. I was kind of waiting for them to, in my mind, I was thinking that the more intense contractions need to last for an hour. But my contractions weren't just like 4 or 5 minutes apart. They were a minute or a minute and a half apart. And so when my husband and I finally decided, well, my husband wanted to go a lot sooner than I did, but when we finally decided to get into the van and get to the hospital, like every movement trying to get me into the van was causing an intense contraction. And by the time I rounded the corner to get around the van and get in, I felt like I needed to push. And that was such a scary feeling because I was not prepared to give birth in the van. No one ever is, right? I wasn't prepared for giving birth at home. And in my mind, it was, giving birth in the hospital. And we were a good 25 minutes away if everything goes smoothly. So we get into the van and the contractions are just really, really intense because with every contraction, I am feeling the need to push. And I was panicking, and so I was not really relaxing with my contractions. With my labors, the pushing part tends to be the hardest part for me, as far as myself getting in the way instead of just really trying to focus and relax through them, so to speak. I mean, I guess you can't perfectly relax ever with pushing, right? But just feeling more in control, I guess you could say, through that part of labor instead of panicking. And I was panicking because I was unprepared for labor progressing that quickly and feeling the need to push while getting into your van. And so we start on our way, and I was trying to call like my midwife and things to let them know we're on our way, while my husband is trying to get us there as quickly as possible. And we were able to get a hold of my doula, and it was really helpful having her on the speakerphone so that she basically was coaching me through my contractions while my husband was trying to drive and get us there safely. So that was so helpful. And really, once she got on, just looking back, I'm really thankful because she was able to help me like get more in control, so to speak, of my contractions, to really just focus through every contraction. And it was, even though I felt the urge to push, I was just like, just don't push. And at one point we did pull over because I felt like I needed room to push. I couldn't even sit anymore. And we were trying to figure out how far behind my doula was. She's in her 2nd year of school to become a midwife, so I thought if at least she's here, that would help. And so we were on the phone with her, we pulled over, and we were just like, what do we do? Do we try to... And then I just felt like I got calm again, I guess you could say, and like, okay, we're like 8 minutes away. Let's try to do this again. Let's get back on the road. I think I can do it. Just don't push, even though I felt the urge to push. And we pulled into the hospital. It was actually, I think it was 9:05 when we pulled into the parking lot of the hospital. We pulled up to the emergency room entrance, which is what we were told to do. And a couple of people came out and helped me into a wheelchair to get me up to the labor and delivery while my husband parked. And they were basically just getting me checked into a room as quickly as possible. And I think they checked me. You're not always all that aware or conscious at that point. And then my doula did come a few minutes later, and they said, you can't push yet. There's still a lip of the cervix or something. And however, as soon as my doctor came in, they said you can push. So in hindsight, my doula, like from her perspective and mine, I think I was ready to push. They were just saying that to have me wait until the doctor comes. So regardless, it was okay. It all worked out. But they said that I could push, and I was wanting as much as I could with all of my research. Where I was ideally hoping for a water birth, because you could give birth in the water at this hospital, but there wasn't time for that. There was a couple of positions that I was hoping to push in to just help with working with gravity and things to make the pushing part easier, and also to prevent tearing. So I really wanted to give birth on all fours. But I also, the main position I wanted to avoid was laying on your back, because you're basically working against yourself when you're giving birth in that position. And so I was side lying, which is another good position. And I pushed a couple of times there, and then my doula said, "Are you comfortable there? Or do you want to try switching positions?" And I chuckled because like, when you're pushing, are you really ever comfortable? No, not really. But I felt like, you know what, I think I can. I want to change positions into all fours. And just one side note, the midwifery group that I was with, it was 2 midwives and then an OB/GYN doctor, and he was the one on call. I had actually never met him. And I was hoping that one of my midwives would be the one on call, because they were the ones that I had all my appointments with and was familiar with. But in the end, it really worked out. And my doula even said that, you know, a lot of doctors will want you to, once it's actually time to push, they'll want you on your back. But he was okay with me being in whatever position, including all fours, on the bed, actually. And I had like the head of the bed propped up just for like to hold on to or what have you. And he kept saying, the doctor said, like, when I started pushing, like when I first got the green light to push, he said, "He's right there. If you give it one good push, he'll be out." And it was 2 pushes, I think, and he was out. So it was very intense, very fast. He was born at 9:45 p.m. Like I said, we pulled into the hospital at 9:05. So that was pretty quick for me anyway, as far as labor. And just so thankful for a healthy, fast, natural labor and delivery. And just wanted to encourage you, though, too, that every birth story is different. And even if it isn't natural or what have you, I'm so thankful for, you know, sometimes we do need intervention, like induction or C-section even, or what have you. And I'm so thankful for the wisdom and that the doctors have to be able to do that if it's necessary. But just wanted to share my story also as a sort of inspiration and encouragement. And like I said, when I am pregnant or even not, I love hearing people's birth stories. And just truly, you know, we are just vessels for the miraculous work of God's hand, just shaping and forming this life inside of you. And then again, the miraculous, I think, amazingness of giving birth and the new life that entering the world. Just a really incredible thing. And so I just wanted to share that with you. And I hope that you found some sort of encouragement or inspiration from my story. And I hope that you have a blessed day. Take care.